Good morning, students. We were reading about the physical divisions of our country. First, the Himalayan mountain. Second, the northern plains. Today we start the peninsular plateau. The peninsular plateau is a tableland composed of old crystalline, igneous and the metamorphic rocks. It was formed due to the breaking and drifting of Gondwana land and thus making it a part of the oldest landmass. It is the oldest landmass. Peninsular plateau is the oldest landmass. The plateau has broad and shallow valleys and rounded hills. This plateau consists of two broad divisions, namely central highlands and the Deccan plateau. The part of the peninsular plateau lying to the north of the Narmada river covering the major area of Malwa plateau is known as Central Highlands. नर्मदा नदी की this is the triangular shape plateau region. From the Narmada river is the major area of Malwa plateau is known as Central Highlands. यानी कि the part of peninsular plateau lying on the north of the Narmada river. नर्मदा रिवर के ये जो नर्मदा नदी है इसके जो है नॉर्थ का जो हिस्सा है जो कि मालवा प्लेटो मेजर एरिया जिसमें जो है मालवा प्लेटो है इज नोन एज सेंट्रल हाईलैंड्स. द विंध्या रेंज is bounded by the central highlands on the south. अब विंध्या रेंज जो है इसके साउथ में है एंड द अरावली ऑन द नॉर्थ वेस्ट. और अरावली जो हिल्स है राजस्थान में वो जो है इसकी नॉर्थ वेस्ट में है. द फर्दर westward extension gradually merges with the sandy and rocky desert of Rajasthan. The follow of the rivers draining this region namely चंबल, सिंध, बेटावा एंड केन. अब इस रीजन में जो है आपकी कौन कौन सी जो नदियां हैं वो कौन कौन सी नदियां बहती हैं? चंबल, सिंध, बेटावा, केन. Thus indicating the slope. The central highlands are wider in the west but the narrower in the east. अब जो सेंट्रल हाईलैंड्स है वो आपने देखा होगा कि वाइडर इन द वेस्ट. अब ये जो है वेस्ट में जो चौड़ी है लेकिन इसके आगे आकर के आपकी ईस्ट साइड में ये नैरो है, संकीर्ण है. द ईस्टवर्ड एक्सटेंशन ऑफ दिस प्लेटो आर लोकली नोन एज बुंदेलखंड एंड बघेलखंड. अब जो ईस्टवर्ड एक्सटेंशन है हमारे प्लेटो की वो आपने देखा होगा बुंदेलखंड और बघेलखंड है. द छोटा नागपुर प्लेटो मार्क्स द फर्दर ईस्टवर्ड एक्सटेंशन ड्रेन्ड बाय द दामोदर रिवर. अब उसके आगे आपने देखा होगा छोटा नागपुर प्लेटो है जो कि गंगा नदी जिसमें जो है ड्रेन्ड बाय द दामोदर रिवर. एक्सटेंशन ड्रेन्ड बाय द दामोदर रिवर. The Deccan Plateau is a triangular landmass that lies in the south of the river Narmada. अब आपने देखा होगा ये ट्रायंगुलर जो लैंडमास है आपका ऊपर चला जाता है इससे ऐसे और ये जो ट्रायंगुलर लैंडमास है ये आपका दक्कन प्लेटो है lying to the south of the Narmada river. There are two rivers here, Narmada river, Tapi river. The Satpura range flanks its broad base in the north, while the Mahadev, the Kalmur hills and the Makal range form its eastern extension. अब आपने देखा कि जो है सतपुड़ा रेंज फ्लैंक्स इट्स ब्रॉड बेस इन द नॉर्थ, उत्तर में जो है इसकी सतपुड़ा की पहाड़ियां है, सतपुड़ा श्रृंखला है, रेंज है। और while the महादेव एंड कैमूर हिल्स एंड द मैकल रेंज फॉर्म इट्स, जो इसकी जो पूर्व का जो एक्सटेंशन है उसमें जो है आपके मैकल रेंज है और कलमूर हिल्स है और महादेव। एंड रेंजेस इन द फिजिकल मैप ऑफ इंडिया, द दक्कन प्लेटो इज हायर इन द वेस्ट इंडिया वेस्ट एंड स्लोप्स जेंटली ईस्टवर्ड्स। अब दक्कन प्लेटो जो है वेस्ट में जो है ऊंचाई हायर है और इसका जो स्लोप है वो ईस्ट की तरफ है। An extension of the plateau is also visible in the northeast, locally known as Meghalaya. The Karbi Anglong Plateau and the North Kutch Hills. It is separated by a fault from the Chota Nagpur Plateau. Three prominent hill ranges from the west to east are the Garo, Khasi and Jagatia Hills. अब आपने देखा होगा गारो खासी, ये आपके यहाँ पर पड़ती है हमारे मिजोरम के पास, तो इसमें जो है यहाँ पर आपकी गारो खासी और जेनेटिया हिल्स हैं। आप जो है इसे पेज नंबर 10 पे जो मैप है उसमें मेंशन की गई है। यहाँ पर जो है गारो खासी और जेनेटिया रिवर्स है, ये आपके जो है नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न पूर्वांचल जो हिल्स है वहां। द वेस्टर्न घाट्स एंड द ईस्टर्न घाट्स, द नेक्स्ट इज द वेस्टर्न घाट्स एंड ईस्टर्न घाट्स। दीज आर द वेस्टर्न घाट्स इन द वेस्ट एंड ईस्टर्न घाट इन द ईस्ट। Mark the western and the eastern edges of the Deccan Plateau, respectively. The western Ghats lie parallel to the western coast. They are continuous and can be crossed through passes only. The western Ghats are higher than the western Ghats. Western Ghats are higher than the eastern Ghats. The eastern Ghats stretches from the Mahanadi Valley to Nilgiris in the south. The eastern Ghats are discontinuous and irregular and dissected by the rivers draining into the Bay of Bengal. The western Ghats cause orographic rain by facing the rain bearing moist winds to rise along the western slopes of the Ghats. The western Ghats are known by the different local names. The height of the western Ghat is progressively increases from north to south. The highest peak include the Annai Mudi. अब वेस्टर्न घाट्स में जो है जो सबसे हाईएस्ट पीक है वो अन्नाई मूडी है। Its height is 2695 meters and the Dota Beta 2637 meters और Mahendragiri 1501 meters is the highest peak in the eastern Ghats. अब जो दोता बेटा है और महेंद्रगिरी is the highest peak, Dota Beta and the Mahendragiri is the highest peak in the eastern Ghats. Severoid Hills and the Javed Hills are located to the southeast of eastern Ghats. Udmangalam, popularly known as Ooty, and the Kodai Canal, popularly known as Kodai Canal, are the famous hill station of this area. One of the distinct feature of the peninsular plateau is black soil area known as Deccan Trap. This is the volcanic origin, hence the rocks are igneous. Actually, these rocks have denuded over time and are responsible for the formation of black soil. The Aravalli Hills lie on the western and the northern margin of the peninsular plateau. These are highly eroded hills and are found on broken hills. They extended from Gujarat to Delhi in the southeast directions. Next is the Indian desert. The Indian desert. The Indian desert lie towards the western margin of the Aravalli Hills. और अब Aravalli Hills जो मैंने बताई थी आपको, उससे आगे जो है हमारा वेस्टर्न मार्जिन में जो है वेस्ट टुवर्ड द वेस्टर्न साइड इज Indian desert. It is an undulating sandy plains covered with the sand dunes. It has arid climate with low vegetation cover. Soon after they disappear into the sand as they do not have the enough water to reach the sea. Luni is the only large river in this region. The crescent-shaped dunes, Bachans, covered larger areas, but the longitudinal dunes become more prominent near the Indo-Pakistan boundary. If you visit Jaisalmer, you may go to see group of Bachans. Next is the coastal plains. The coastal plains. You know like this. These are the plains. Eastern plains and western plains. The Peninsular Plateau is flanked by stretched narrow coastal strips running along the Arabian Sea in the west and the Bay of Bengal in the east. The western coast, it's a western coast and it's a eastern coast. Western coast, it is a sandwich between the Western Ghats and the Arabian Sea. Is a narrow plain. It consists of three sections. Northern part of the coast is called Konkan, Mumbai, Goa. The central stretch is called Kannada Plain, while the southern stretch is referred as the Malabar Coast. Malabar Coast, Kannada Plain, and the Konkan Coast. The plains along the Bay of Bengal are wider and level. In the northern part, refer to the northern part is called Northern Sirkar, and in the southern part is known as Coromandel Coast. Large rivers such as Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna, and Kaveri have formed extensive delta on the coast. Lake Chilka is an important feature along the eastern coast. Chilka Lake is the largest salt water lake in India. It lies in the state of Odisha. Next is the Iceland. Next is the Icelands. The Icelands, there are two groups of Icelands. One is the Andaman and Nicobar Dweep in the Bay of Bengal and Lakshadweep in the Arabian Sea. In 1973, these were named as Lakshadweep. It covers small area of 32 square kilometers. Currently, Iceland is the administrative headquarters of the Lakshadweep. This Iceland group has great diversity of flora and fauna. Now, you see elongated chain of islands located in the Bay of Bengal, extending from north to south. These are Andaman and Nicobar Islands. In this way, there is a long chain. These are the Lakshadweep. They are bigger in size. And more numerous and scattered. The entire group of Iceland is divided into two broad categories. The Andaman in the north and Nicobar in the south. It is believed that these islands are elevated portion of submarine mountains. These island groups are great strategic importance for the country. There is a great diversity of flora and fauna in this group of islands too. These islands lie close to the equator and experience equatorial climate and has thick forest cover. That's all about the islands, Andaman Nicobar Island and Lakshadweep Island. A detailed account of the different geographic units highlights its unique features of each region. It would, however, be clear that each region complements the other and makes the country richer in its natural resources. The mountains are the major source of country and forest wealth. The northern plains are granaries of the country. They provide the base for early civilizations. The plateau is a storehouse of minerals which has played a crucial role in the industrialization of the country. The coastal region and island groups provide sites for fishing and port activities. Thus, the diverse physical features of the land have immense future possibilities of development. That's all about this lesson. Now, in your WhatsApp group, I will send you the exercise you have done in your notebook, and repeat and the whole lesson again and solve NCERT exercise also. That's all. Thank you.